Alright, back for part 2. Okay, next one. This is Formula 1 Grand Prix 1. Now I showed you 2, I already did have 1. Now that's a Platinum Series one, and I am trying to siphon them off. I only have 2, but I do kind of want the black border ones rather than the Player's Choice range. That's a bit picky, but I only have 2, so it's not so bad. Like I said, for the Grand Prix 2, that is also a really good game. It's pretty smart. It might be a bit better if I put the steering wheel again, so it's like me considering getting the steering wheel. Next one is actually a really underrated game, and I definitely think you should buy it if you're a big fan of Mario Kart. This is Beetle Adventure Racing. It's kind of take the realistic Beetle car and puts it kind of like in a Mario Kart stage. There's like boosts and items and everything, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. The graphics are really, really sharp on it. It's just, I think, something that you should look at if you can find on the cheap. And don't let it being that it's made by EA's just bugger you, because it's actually quite a good game. Right, this next one is Perfect Dark. Now, ignore the orange sticker. That was put on years ago because I was taking it over to a mate's house and we didn't want them to know it was an 18. It was a balls up 18 because I don't understand why it was an 18, but I just don't want to take it off. I'll rip the box. It's pretty damn good. It's not as good as GoldenEye, let's just be fairly honest, but the multiplayer with the bots, you can have 8-player multiplayer. A lot of the weapons are a hell of a lot of fun, and it has my favourite gun in the whole ever in FPS, and that is the RCP-120. It's like mixing GoldenEye between RCP-90 and a AR-33 assault rifle kind of meshed, and that is basically what the RCP-120 is, and it's an awesome gun. Next one, we did that weird video where it was kind of like distorted and archive footage and everything, and I don't know if you got to see it everything right, but this is Mario Tennis, and it is a really good game. I do believe it's better than the Mario Power Tennis on the GameCube, just for the simple fact that it doesn't have the override super moves that basically make it unplayable. It is fairly competitive if you do multiplayer. I know you can turn it off in the GameCube, but it just doesn't give you an option. It's not implemented, and I think that's kind of what ruined some of the GameCube ones. It was like that, Mario Baseball and the Superstar Strikers. They all have that like super moves that kind of take away. It makes it too easy, and basically takes away the fun, because if you can instantly hit that, you're not going to try and do anything else. So I would definitely check that out. There is a hell of a lot to do in that. The ring toss, in my original game version of that, I did unlock absolutely everything because I was trying to go up for the cup cheats, and then found their American exclusive and got really pissed off. You could unlock different cups supposedly in the American one if you added codes in. I think if you unlocked everything, there was actually special cups that were they actually used that in the GameCube one, the Mario Golf. You could actually input ones. I remember there was this one for the official Nintendo magazine in UK. There was actually a non-UK Open that you could do that with a code, though I probably would not remember it now. I'm going to go through the 3 loose carts I have that are not doubles or anything. So this is WrestleMania 2000, which is like the mesh between WCW NWO Revenge and No Mercy, and it has some things in there that were better than what No Mercy. No Mercy took them out, and that was more. It was like you create a title, and you could create like your own different championships and fight them off, and I really like that option. Plus, there was you could create your own pay-per-view. I don't know, actually, you could have done that, and I think you could do that in No Mercy as well. There was also, you had the full entrances in No Mercy. They walk out They walk out, do a taunt, and then just go to the ring, and that's it. Whereas in the WrestleMania 2000 that preceded it, they had the walk in, taunt, down the aisle, and then taunt in the ring, and it looked more realistic, like actually how it is on the TV. So that griped a little bit. But small gripes, but yeah, both of them were really good. And the story mode, I think in WrestleMania 2000 was better because it was like a whole year and it was like different things. Right, you can't have a collection without this in N64. This is GoldenEye. What can you say? It was the best Pierce Brosnan film by a country mile. It was the best. It's a brilliant, brilliant shooter. One of the things that got me into shooters to begin with, I was never really a big PC FPS guy. I had played Doom on the PC a little bit, but it wasn't entirely that much. And if I went back to it today, I would suck. But GoldenEye was awesome. I played that multiplayer for hours with lots and lots of different people. It was amazing. I even brought it back to my school common room and had it in there, and we had tournaments, and it was just good times. I always play it in a specific way though. I always play multiplayer License to Kill with first 20 on License to Kill with pistols. It's just a weird way, but I actually kind of like the accuracy that you have to take it from distance. Right, next game. I loved in the arcade. The conversion isn't great. It's Cruising the World. I think that came out quite early. I think the later ones like Cruising USA came out quite early. Cruising the World was later, and then Cruising Exotica. Now, I don't know. It's not the best conversion. I love the arcade version. I played it for hours. And it just doesn't hold up the same as the arcade version does. But it's a fun game, and it's definitely sit back, relax, and play for like half an hour, and you'll have a great laugh. But I just don't think it had the playability of the arcade. Right, next one. What is Mario Kart 64? The other one has the Player's Choice box. And the other one that I don't have the cart of, that was also stolen. So I have to get that one back. That one I will get a whole box copy of. I do have it on my Wii Virtual Console, and I've finished it on the Wii Virtual Console. So I don't know if I want to try and complete it for a third time, but it was pretty good. So it's not so bad. What am I talking about? Mario 64. Mario Kart 64. It is pretty damn good. I actually prefer it over the SNES one, I'll be honest. When I was going through trying to play that time trial for Lefarius, I just really realised that I kind of like the other one better. Maybe that's just me. I kind of like the N64 one. My favourite's probably DS or Double Dash, but the 64 had a lot of things. The power slide thing was really perfected in the N64 one. I have a lot of favourite. I was a big fan of the Peach course on the N64 one, and yeah, it was pretty damn good. Right, this one is not the best wrestling game at all. This is WWF Attitude, and I got this not knowing that WrestleMania 2000 was coming out, well, not knowing anything really about WrestleMania 2000, and it was coming out like a month after or something. And my god, this sucks in comparison. It's just, the engine they use is just no fun. It's like everything is like these massive tapping codes, so you just have to know everything, try and do moves, and it's just not fun. It's why I really don't like big tapping code games, because they're just not fun to do at all. And you'll get so pissed off at Shane McMahon. He's coming off the ropes. He's coming off the ropes. Off the ropes. Right, this was another one that came with a racing bundle. That is NASCAR 99. Now, I've never really watched much NASCAR, to be honest. It's not on the TV here. you just don't get it. So I don't know. The fact that the track it's a loop, but yeah, you're basically watching it for crashes, and I don't know. It wasn't bad. It's not like it go grab me like the F1 one because that's all I watched, and I actually watched that season. Right, Carmageddon 64. If I could actually get my head around how that works, it might be fun. But it just looked really cheaply produced compared to the PlayStation version, and I just got lost. And then what I bought the last and put up the last video, one of the last videos, and that is Diddy Kong Racing, and that game is awesome, and everyone should get that as well as its spiritual sequel, which is Mickey Speedway USA. But that is it. Out.